Picture France in the late 18th century. Ornate palaces glittered with gold, and the church held immense power and wealth. The king and the clergy lived in unimaginable luxury, while ordinary people starved in the streets. This wasn't just inequality, it was a chasm, a deep and festering wound in the heart of the nation. For generations, the promise of heaven was the only comfort for a life of earthly suffering. But what happens when people decide they want their heaven on earth right now? And what if they decide God, or at least His church, is standing in the way? On July 14, 1789, the people of Paris had enough. They stormed the Bastille, a medieval fortress used as a state prison. It was more than just an attack on a building. It was an assault on the very symbol of royal tyranny. This single act ignited the flames of revolution, a fire that would consume the old world and everything it stood for, the cry for liberty, equality. And fraternity echoed through the streets, promising a new dawn. But as the revolution grew more radical, its leaders began to believe that to build a new France, they first had to tear down not just the monarchy, but the heavens themselves. Enter Maximilien Robespierre, the incorruptible, as the revolution spiraled into the bloody reign of terror. Robespierre and his allies sought to reshape every aspect of French life, including its soul. They saw the Catholic Church as a pillar of the old regime, an institution steeped in superstition and corruption, an enemy of reason and progress. Their solution? A radical campaign of dechristianization. They didn't just want to separate church and state. They wanted to erase the church from existence, to fill the spiritual void. Robespierre introduced the cult of the Supreme Being. It was a new state religion, a deistic faith based on reason and morality, with grand festivals designed to unite the nation under a new, secular divinity. It was an attempt to create a republic of virtue, free from the dogmas of the past. The attack on religion was systematic and relentless. Across France, church bells, once the rhythm of daily life, were melted down to make cannons. Priceless religious art was vandalized, and sacred icons were destroyed in public bonfires. The magnificent Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris was rededicated as the Temple of Reason. Even time itself was remade. A new revolutionary calendar was introduced, with 10-day weeks, eliminating Sunday, the traditional day of Christian worship. Months were renamed after the seasons: Brumaire for the fog, Thermidor for the heat. It was an audacious attempt to wipe the slate clean, to create a new society from year one, untethered from its Christian heritage. Priests were forced to renounce their vows, and many were persecuted or even executed. For a time, it seemed as if 1,000 years of faith could be extinguished by decree. Yet, you can't simply legislate belief out of existence. The dechristianization campaign was deeply unpopular in the countryside, where faith was woven into the fabric of life. People secretly held baptisms, hid their priests, and clung to their traditions when Robespierre himself fell from power and was sent to the guillotine. The most extreme phase of this religious experiment ended. The churches eventually reopened, and the old calendar returned. The state-sponsored cult of the Supreme Being faded into a historical footnote, but the revolution left an indelible mark. While it failed to destroy Christianity, it shattered the church's political power forever. The radical idea that a nation could exist without an official religion took root. It's a complex legacy, a powerful reminder that while you can change laws and calendars, changing the human heart is another matter entirely. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the past interesting, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the moments that shaped our world.